Hello everyone and welcome to Crochet with Diane. I've got a stitch tutorial for you today. I think you'll love this one. It is a very pretty stitch. It's called the Suzette stitch and it is very easy to do, and as you can see, very pretty indeed. It is very simple yet effective. I think it would make a beautiful baby blanket, washcloth, or even a jumper. It would look, it's got a delicate but flowery texture to it. And would you believe it is a 1-row repeat. So you really can't go wrong in learning this stitch, and I will show you how to make it in just one moment. Just pop in the comments section, what would you make with this stitch? I would love to know, so please let me know what you would make with this beautiful stitch. Anyway, without further ado, let's get on with it. You can make this stitch in any size wool that you like, but in today's video I'm using a regular double knit yarn and a size 5.0mm crochet hook. So to start, we're going to do a regular slip knot in whichever way you prefer how to do. I do have a tutorial on exactly how to make a slip knot, which you can watch if you like. Okay, so for the foundation chain, we are going to make a chain in any even amount. So you can divide it by 2, you're good to go. And you make the foundation chain for the width that you want your project to be. But for this tutorial, I'm just going to do 16. So go ahead, pause this video and make your foundation chain in any even amount to the width you want your project to be. Okay, so once you have your foundation chain to the width that you want your project to be, we're going to move on to row 1. And first of all, we're going to place a single crochet. In the UK, that would be known as a double crochet into the second chain from the hook. So again, a single crochet into the second chain from the hook. So 1, 2, put your hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through both loops. And in that very same stitch, we're going to place a double crochet. In the UK, this would be known as a treble crochet. So for this, we're going to yarn over, and in the very same stitch that we've just worked, put your hook in, bring up a loop. You've got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2. And then we skip 1 chain, that's 1, and place a single crochet into the next. And then a double crochet into the same stitch you've just worked, yarn over make your double crochet, then skip one chain and single crochet into the next. And then double crochet into the same stitch. Then skip one chain, skip this chain, single crochet into the next. Then double crochet into the same stitch. Okay, so repeat this all the way along your foundation chain. Pause the video here and I'll meet you as we're approaching the end of the row. So here we are approaching the end of the row and you should have 2 stitches left. And we finish the row by simply placing a single crochet into that last stitch. And here is what row 1 should look like. Okay, so on to row 2. Chain 1 and turn your work. Get a little bit more wool here. Okay, so this is your repeat row for the entire pattern. So we begin every single row by working into this very first stitch right here, right at the bottom of your chain 1. And we're going to start by placing a single crochet straight in there. Followed by a double crochet in the same stitch. So yarn over, hook in, and then we're going to skip straight over this section here and work into the next one here, doing exactly the same, a single crochet, followed by a double crochet in the same stitch. So then look at your work and you'll see we're basically skipping this stitch here, but you're skipping this whole little cluster of stitches. But we're skipping one stitch. If you look at the top, we're going to skip this one stitch and work into the next. And place your single crochet. Followed by a double crochet in the same stitch. We're going to work all the way along exactly like that. Single crochet, followed by a double crochet in the same stitch. And we skip this stitch, work into the next. Or if you look at it this way, skip this bit here, work into this one here. You'll start to be able to eyeball it as you work further up into the pattern. Single crochet followed by a double crochet in the same stitch. So we're going to work all the way along. And we're approaching the end of the row. We've got another one to do here. So put in your single crochet, then a double crochet, excuse me. And then to finish the row, find your chain 1 turning chain and finish the row by placing a single crochet into that turning chain stitch. Okay, so for the next row after row after row, we are going to repeat row 2. So chain 1, and we will start in this very first stitch here, place a single crochet, followed by a double crochet in the same stitch. And then as you look at your work, you can see we're going to skip this stitch and work into this one. If you look from the front, we're skipping this whole little cluster of stitches here and working into this one. So that's a single crochet and a double crochet in the same stitch. If you look at your work, we're going to skip this stitch, work into this one. And we're going to continue all the way along. And you can see now, you can almost eyeball where the next stitch is. You skip this completely and into there. Work your next Suzette stitch. And if you can't quite eyeball it at this point, don't worry, it's the same principle as is you'll skip one stitch and work into the next. You just need to tip your work upwards like this, skip this one, work into this one, which you'll see is here. And again, we've come to the end of the row, and you've got your chain 1, turning chain. Simply finish the row with 1 single crochet into that turning chain right at the end there. And that is basically it. It's the most simple stitch, and yet it has such a beautiful texture. On both sides, it looks slightly different on one side than it does the other. Either way, really beautiful. So repeat row 2 over and over and over again until you have reached the length that you want your project to be. And here I've done a slightly larger sample with a few rows, repeating row 2 over and over again, and you can see how lovely it's turned out. Whichever way up you want to put this pattern is just so pretty. I think it would make a beautiful baby blanket. So there you go. That is your crochet Suzette stitch.